Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for listening in the podcast. It is June 1st, 2024. I'm here to speak about something long overdue because even last weekend I tried to do this video and I couldn't. But I'm sure a lot of people by now know that during the most recent Cannes Film Festival, there were some issues regarding some of the celebrities that went and how they were treated by security. I think a lot of people know this. But I'm gonna speak about, of course, about Dominican actress Massiel Taveras wearing the Jesus painting dress, okay, and how she was treated and how the whole thing was handled, okay. So here's many things. When I saw that dress, I was so excited because, as you guys know, being a fashion designer, being a designer myself, being a fashion designer, trying to glorify God in the fashion industry is a very hard thing to do. Okay, you open yourself for judgment immediately by models, by organizers, producers, by the production of the fashion show. And you're a different type of show. So when you present yourself with dresses that say Bible verses like I do, when dresses that say glory to God, and you're handing to the DJ your Christian music for the walk, for your part of the show, it is, you open yourself up for some type of judgment. You're not like everybody else, and that, like, for me, I got used to that. It's okay. I know my calling. I know what God has called me to do in the fashion industry, so I'm so used to it. Like, I already, like, prepared myself, and I prepared myself for it. But having done it for so many years now, and to see how Massiel Taveras, during the Cannes Film Festival, the way that she was received, because I have done, let me just explain what I'm trying to say. I have done many fashion shows in many different platforms, obviously not as big as Cannes Film Festival. All I'm saying, though, that even though my dresses that have Jesus on it, that have Bible verses perhaps on them, and the models come down the runway, they're playing the Christian song that I decide to use. And I remember in 2021, my first show in New York City during Fashion Week, I actually played a whole video with the Bible verse, right? And it's so unexpected, and to see people's reaction really gets, really is, it gets you, because you're like, wow, man, this is so needed, because you see how people react to it, so unexpected for them. So to see how Maciel was treated at the Cannes Film Festival, there's a couple things that we need to speak about, because, to keep everything honest, we know the security at that event had issues with a lot of other celebrities. So I don't like to hear when people say, oh, it's because she was wearing the Jesus dress, she was treated like that. I don't think so, right? We saw that Kelly Rowland had an issue with the same security guard at that Cannes Film Festival. She was basically rushed up the stairs. A lot of them, it was just like four of the actresses, we can say, that had an issue with security during that time, the ones that were recorded, I guess. But one thing, though, that we need to point out when it comes to Maciel Tavera, the Dominican actress that wore the Jesus painting dress, is that I guarantee you guys, if that dress had like the LGBTQ flag painted on it, it would have been reconsidered. Okay, that's something also that, speaking about keeping it honest, I think it would have been reconsidered if he had like a different type of saying. It would have been reconsidered, but at times, I'm gonna see if I can put some videos here. At times, I kind of felt not sorry for myself, because I don't think it was like a sad event. I kind of felt like, man, she is like trying, fighting for to have that moment, right? And another thing, just keeping the whole review of what happened honest, I was like, wait a second, this is reminding me of the Met Gala, right? With the red carpet and everybody just posing for their dresses. It, it didn't really look like Cannes Film Festival, but it's not like I even follow that to even compare the two, but it reminded me more of the Met Gala. And maybe it was just a little bizarre to see how these big celebrities get invited to this red carpet event and all the effort that is put in, and then they're being rushed off the stairs. That's crazy. And the way they treated Massiel was also kind of like, wow, they're just gonna make her fight for it. I mean, they're not even giving her the chance when she's like letting, basically you can tell she's telling them to let the dress lay, so that she can at least walk up the stairs and take that photo. They'll pick it up like three times or more. They keep picking up the dress, and it's getting her so upset because, how is it that she gets invited to something like that and she cannot even display the work? We know, right, that everybody who's a celebrity, when they have a red carpet moment, red carpet event, it's not just the dress. So many people are involved in making the whole look together, and a lot of the times, is a sponsor. So you have to basically, it's almost like when you have a wedding, you don't want other people taking photos when you're paying a photographer to do so, right? So she basically, she prepares herself for this big event. She gets there and she's basically trying to follow through, right, accordingly. And the way she was treated is just horrible. And I think 50% maybe could be the you know, I don't really think, to be honest, guys, I don't think it had to do with that Jesus was on the dress, because it happened to other celebrities too. That's just me being honest. But because one thing we cannot just, God sees everything, and we know that it wasn't just her that was treated like that. So that's why, I mean, let's keep it honest. It wasn't the dress that had Jesus that they didn't want people to see. I don't think that was the case here. But I also need to point out that if it was something else that was in that dress, like a LGBTQ flag or something, right? I was just thinking, I'm like, I hope they don't ban this video because I keep saying that, and it is June 1st. If it was something like that, they probably would have reconsidered the way they handled the whole situation. So that's just an observation that I had. I think she did such a great choice to wear something like that to such a big platform as the Cannes Film Festival. And I think she wanted to not only to have that moment to display the dress. I know afterwards she's in the inside, right inside the theater, and she, there are photos. I'll see if I can post it for you here, where you can see the full effect of that dress, meaning the whole dress being displayed like it should have been, on those steps going up to the theater. And you can see that at the end of the day, it was like she just wanted to have that moment because it was such a statement piece of garment that she was wearing. And not only that, like, giving credit to the artist who painted that dress, right? The artist who painted that dress, the designer of the dress, another famous Dominican fashion designer. So she just wanted to give the kind of like the credit to everybody who worked on it. Like I said, when celebrities, we know when they get dressed to attend a red carpet event, it's not just one person behind this. It's like a team of people. Okay, so I think it would have been handled differently. Something definitely happened here at this red carpet event at Cannes Film Festival, because once again, it didn't just happen to Massiel, it happened to at least 4 other celebrities. and it was very rough. It kind of like hard to watch. But one thing I gotta say though, let's just be honest. We can make something out of something that's not really the intention. I don't think they were rushing her up the stairs because the dress had Jesus painting on it. That's my opinion. I don't think that was the case here. Let's just be honest. Like you have to be honest in front of God. I don't think they were like, oh, it has the Jesus dress, let's just rush her up the stairs and not let her display the dress. I think, I don't know the reasoning behind it, but other people that didn't have a Jesus dress were also rushed up the stairs. So that's my whole point, right? To keep it honest, like in front of God, you can't just pretend and, pretend that you're saying something that is not. That's just, I don't think it was the case here. People say, oh, Jesus was not received here. I don't think that was the case. Another criticism that I hear from people about this specific event that happened to her was they were saying, oh, she's dragging Jesus through the floor. Come on, you guys, are you serious? That's why you have to be so careful. Like in 2022, when I did New Year Fashion Week in Times Square, and God basically told me to have the models hold the Bible as they walk. And I was like, I was so scared to do that, to be honest. I was so scared to do that. I was like, what? I'm gonna use the Bible? Like, that's so sacred to me. And I don't want any misunderstanding here for people to be like, how dare you have models walking with the Bibles, right? Or to have a model that probably could care less what I said to them, because I usually talk to each model before my fashion show, because I know I'm a different type of fashion show, right? So if one of them could have be like, oh, forget what she says, I'm gonna do whatever I want with this Bible, and probably done the wrong way when they're basically out of my control, that she could have gone crazy with the Bible, and it would be a complete failure, right? I was like, I don't want to risk it like that. But this is what God told me to do, so I actually did it, right? And it came out great. But I was so scared when God told me to do that. I was so scared to do that. I'm like, how am I gonna, But I was like, if I get to do a fashion show in Times Square, such a big platform, it has to be a bigger impact. It has to be something different that I never done before. And then the Bible thing came out, and I was like, okay, I do have them Bibles that I have bought, and they're just sitting there in the closet. I was like, that's what they're for. Like, that's what I meant to use them for. Okay. So when people say she's dragging Jesus through the floor, come on, you guys. Like, how else would you display a dress like that? It was an event, and the whole stairway going up to the theater for the festival, whatever, right? That was the whole point that she tried to do, to just display that. Like the aerial shots of that scene, even though she has such a hard time from other people trying to do that, she still was able to achieve what she was trying to do, to basically display a dress with the image of Jesus Christ. Another thing that people might say, oh, that's an image, nobody knows what Jesus looked like. Like, I get that, right? Jesus probably might not even look like that, but throughout the years, they have many paintings that when you see it, like, everybody knows, oh yeah, that is a painting of Jesus Christ. Hello. Like, that's the image that we come to know, right? Could he look completely differently? Probably, but because they're in the Bible, it's not like, oh, okay, page 20, you'll see the actual photo of Jesus and Mary and Joseph, right? We don't have that. But throughout the years, throughout history, somebody came up with this photo of Jesus, and you can put that photo anywhere in a group of people, and people are going to say, oh yeah, that's a painting of Jesus Christ. So that's that's what we come to know, right? As an image. Doesn't mean that that's really what it is, right? And that that is it, right? So a dress of such elegance, of such statement piece like that dress was, I don't know how else would you display if the painting was, like if she would have wore, let's just say the painting here, right? On the chest area, because when you're wearing something like that, you're trying to make a statement. You want people to see it, right? She's not gonna put it in her behind, obviously, because they'll be like, how dare you? Because people will always say something, right? And that's something else that I also think about when I'm making my outfits, my statement pieces. When I do a collection, it's like, where am I gonna put this purse in this dress, right? Where is it gonna be? um I had made a dress in 2019. I think I had the fashion show, and he only said Jesus, because I got so sick of people saying, "Oh yeah, God this and God and God." I'm like, but then when you dig more and you speak to people more, like the God that they're referring to is not necessarily the God that you're referring to. So I was like, I'm just gonna go straight with Jesus because I don't want anybody to be confused. And you know, and I did that dress that said Jesus on it. And now, that was 2019. Now I think I have to put the complete name Jesus Christ because, like people can take it as anything, right? But that's something also that I think about, like where is it going to be placed, right? In the garment, because you have to be, there has to be some type of respect when you create that. But thinking about this dress that Massiel wore, where else would you put the painting of Jesus if it wasn't on the train of that dress, right? To make that effect that she was definitely trying to achieve, which I think she did, is putting the security guards away. I think she was able to achieve it, and look how they tried so hard for her not to do that, and then God made the whole thing go viral. Basically, I think it has been trending for the last week and a half, so much so that I'm like, I don't, I felt like I missed my time to make this video, but I'm like, I still need, because last week I was so busy. This week has been crazy for me, and I was like, but I feel it was so crazy. I feel some type of responsibility being a designer and doing the things that I do when it comes to Jesus and the fashion part of it. I'm like, I need to speak about it, at least to put it like in my library, right? And I have also a post on TikTok that's getting a lot of track too regarding this same topic, because I was like, one thing I gotta say, just keeping it honest, right? I'm so happy that a lot of Christians receive what she did in such a positive way, because when I have my shows and I put glory to God on my dresses and I put Jesus on my dresses, it's a lot of weird looks that I get from my people, my Christian fellow Christians, right? And I'm like, why would you wear that? Why would you put that? But then somebody goes viral and everybody's like, so amazing, glory to God. Hey, that's fine. Everything is for the Lord. It's just quite interesting to see how people, it's not really just like what they're doing. Is basically who's doing it. So if they have an issue with you and you're doing it even though it's for Jesus, they might even skip it because there's something about you that they perhaps might not like, and that's okay, right? All I'm saying is, when it comes to Massiel, in my opinion, I think she did an excellent job. I would love for her to like model some of my clothing, maybe New Year Fashion Week, whatever God has planned. I think looking at her Instagram, guys, to be honest, I think she's a true follower of Jesus just by looking, right? But and only you in your heart, who you are in the eyes of the Lord, and why you do the things that you do. I think it's quite interesting too that she has such a hard time at that red carpet, and I don't know what she felt after that whole event was over. Little did she know that the whole thing will become such a viral thing, and everybody has seen. I think everybody has seen that dress. It has become so viral. It's everywhere, and I think it's that's how God works. You think you're gonna hide it, you think you're gonna put it aside, and like nobody's really gonna talk about it, and the effect that she was going for, maybe it wasn't really achieved, or she wasn't really allowed to do it on those steps of the Cannes Film Festival, but God gave her a even bigger platform. Basically, we don't even need them, okay? Forget them, because of what happened, she became even more vital. Not okay. In case you don't know who she is, it's not like she needs to be vital to be known. This lady, Massiel Taveras, is a very accomplished actress model from the Dominican Republic. And that's what I'm going to end up with, tell you a little bit of who she is. In 2007, Massiel competed at Miss Dominican Republic, and she was crowned Miss Dominican Republic in 2007. In 2007, she also went to Mexico City to compete for Miss Universe crown, and she was in place on that. But in 2007, the same year, she also was crowned Reina Hispanoamericana, and that was held in Bolivia. After that, she has been, she's a TV host. She has been acting, and she's also, like, I know her sister is also very well known in the Dominican Republic. And let me see what else I can get here for you guys. She's also a designer, TV host, designer, actress, and beauty pageant title holder, who was crowned Miss Dominican Republic in 2007 and represented the Dominican Republic at the Miss Universe pageant in 2007 in Mexico City. So very well known within her rights. She doesn't need, it's like a lot of people finding out who she is now, but she's very well known already, has a great career. I mean, she got invited to the Cannes Film Festival. That said a lot. So the dress, right, that famous dress that she wore, is designed by another famous Dominican fashion designer, Janina Azar, and the image of Christ was painted by artist Jan Paez. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Massiel Taveras wearing Janina Azar dress and the painting of the face of Jesus Christ with the crown of thorns was painted by artist Jan Paez. Let me know what you guys think about this. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much for listening in the podcast and watching here on YouTube. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. I'm here to invite you to my podcast, Julissadesigns, and it can be found on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can join me every day as I make episodes of the latest news, real life stories, and I also share my favorite Bible verse. Hope to see you then. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.julissadesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.